Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading, and it's going to be for the fixed signs of the zodiac. So we're talking about Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. So I'm going to get started. I'll probably do Scorpio first, just because I have a lot of Scorpio energy and I just want to see what's going on. So I'll put the timestamps in the description and in the video, so you can find your sign the quickest. I do recommend just choosing your sun sign. Otherwise, wherever you have a lot of planetary energy, choose that one. So for example, I'm a Virgo sun, but I have a lot of Scorpio, as I'm a Scorpio rising and have other planets in Scorpio. So I would usually watch that, because the Scorpio rising is what the rising sign is what most most zodiac readings are sort of based off. But most people use their sun sign because they relate to it more. If you know your full chart, just use whatever the planetary energy is strongest, or whatever you relate to the most. So let's get started. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading. We're just going to do a general reading today and see where your energy is at. Okay, so Scorpios. Just going to shuffle. These cards are so slippery, so I have to shuffle them differently than I usually would. Oh, really struggling a bit. Okay, there we go. Just gonna do that one more time. The second shuffle sucked. That one sucked too, but you know. Alright, so just going to do a small cross reading. I'm just going to do the cross, so the situation. Okay, so that's the situation. That's what's crossing us. I say us because I'm a Scorpio. What's in our subconscious? What's in our subconscious? The King of Cups. It's good to have for subconscious. In the recent past. Knight of Wands. And the outward projection. Okay, some great cards here, guys. This is amazing. So we'll then go into the near future or the outcome. We'll do the outcome as a near future. Expansion. Love to see that. Oh, Knight of Cups on the bottom in reverse. Don't usually keep reversals in my decks, so to see one is unusual. Okay, so what we have for the situation here is some sort of opportunity that you've been working very hard on and that you're going to see the results of very soon. So it may feel like it's just beginning, but you have been working hard and trying to sow these oats for ages. So this fact that you're seeing some tangible results come from this is awesome. So what's blocking you though is this sort of conflict, especially if it's coming from a group of friends. So if there is some kind of disconnect or some kind of discord or conflict coming from a friend group at the moment, then I would say that that's what's blocking you and these opportunities, just because it feels like you've been working very hard and these little squabbles or these little issues are getting in the way. When ultimately we are ruling from our subconscious, and the King of Cups is ultimately in control and power of how he feels and how he acts. So I do see that there is a sense of like a lot of peace and compassion being extended by you here in the situation as well. So yeah, just keep that in mind, that there is that, yeah, compassion. There's a lot of compassion coming from you for the situation. Okay, so in the recent past, we got the Knight of Wands. So this might have been someone that came in quite abruptly and quickly. There might have been a fire sign, so Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Maybe there was just some really quick news delivered, or maybe there was some bedroom activities that happened. So I see a lot of passion and fire here. So something a little bit explosive in the past. What you're outwardly projecting is the Ace of Cups. So this is what everyone is seeing. So they're seeing this like new blossoming emotional start happen within you, and it's going to be very deep, and you can see that it's completely filling you up. So whatever you're projecting out at the moment, it's coming from a place of deep happiness and joy, and something that has been given to you as well. In the outcome card, we have the Two of Wands. So this is all about that expansion. He's thinking about how he's going to travel the world, how he's going to make it his. And he's doing so while looking out at what he wants to obtain. He wants to obtain those, he's looking out at all of the greenery and the landscape. So he wants to, take all of that and make it his and explore it. He's holding the world in his hand, so he's putting down foundations to get where he wants to go. I really apologize for my daughter in the background. So, just to confirm or clarify with the sorry, excuse me. This has been happening all morning. I did a reading earlier. So I clarified the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So again, you're extending from this place of compassion, and you're in control of how you feel, and that's very clear right here. So what the issue is that you've been waiting. You're in this waiting energy, and it's like are you reflecting on your hard work and looking at what you've been doing right, what you've been doing wrong? So you're getting to the energy of the Eight of Pentacles rather than staying in the Seven, because if you look at their faces, like he's sort of like looking down and he's like, ugh, and she's looking down and she's sort of like bored too. So yeah, I see this opportunity that's coming towards you. I see it just like you're acting from a huge place of compassion when it comes to this, but yeah, it's just taking its time to get there. Especially because it's the Ace of Pentacles, and Pentacles are going to move slower than any other opportunity or ace that is given. So let's clarify the King of Cups. So we've got the Sun. So yeah, it's all about that optimism. You might be the only one in a situation that's able to stay on the path and see what's truly good for you, and the way that the light travels and lights everything up. So when I'm talking about the way the light travels, it like you can see once things are illuminated, so you're able to see what lights up your world and what lights up other people's worlds and what keeps them strong, things like that. So yeah, there's a lot of optimism and hope. No, optimism and joy. So a lot of joy here and happiness. So subconsciously you're feeling really good, and it's affecting you outwardly as well. So let's go in the recent past and let's see, why is this Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here? Knight of Wands. We've got Temperance. So that's a Sagittarius. That's Sagittarius energy. So that could also have been the full moon. So there could have been something that came in with the full moon. Sagittarius energy here. So there might have been an energy that shifted or changed, or some moderation started to happen around the full moon. I know for me it hit me pretty hard, so for others maybe it did the same thing, and there was a lot of releasing and letting go. As you can see, she's pouring out into the cup, but she's pouring into the, I can't remember what the actual name for this is, the infinity sign. So she's pouring all of her knowledge and wisdom out into the cup so it manifests. But she's doing so carefully and with a lot of consideration and balance. So let's clarify the Ace of Cups. So 2 aces here is a great indication. You've got the King of Cups twice with the Sun card. The Sun card's the most positive thing. So this is a really great reading. I just get the sense that you're waiting for something. And you like, it's waiting on this hard work or waiting to see the results of hard work. But so if you're aiming at, if you're saving up to travel, that might be something that some people hear. I do see that you're on the right track and that you're very dedicated to your goals, and it's something that you really want to do. So for the outward projection, we've got the 7 of Cups. So we've got the Ace of Cups and we've got 7 of Cups. It's like you've got too many cups to choose from. So maybe you're getting a bit confused with all the options. So we've got the, okay. So there is some kind of choice being made, or some kind of decision that's coming from a place of a bit of confusion, or feeling overwhelmed by having to choose and not knowing what to choose. Even though you've had it come towards you, it still feels like you've got choices to make with regards to the matter. And then you've got, again, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is very dependable. Whatever is coming towards you, or whatever is being offered to you, is very dependable and it's very sturdy. It's going to be very grounded, and it's going to move forward very... it's going to move forward in a solid way. It's not going to take corners or anything like that. It's going to build from the ground up reliably. Okay, but I do see there being some kind of order put into place with the Emperor here. So there's something that's coming into, if it's stemming from a place of feeling confused, the Emperor's not confused. He knows exactly how to act. So I do see a sense of either there's someone helping you, or there is you're stepping into this power of this masculine authority, and you're going to move forward and make decisions with authority and clarity on how you want to, because he knows exactly what he's going after. Again, we have more fire energy sort of coming out in these cards. I've got the King of Cups twice, but that also makes sense because we're doing a reading for Scorpio, aren't we? So that's Scorpio right there, water sign. So I'm definitely picking up on some more masculine energies as well. So stepping into that polarity that you're not used to, stepping into that power that is maybe more uncomfortable, or feels comfortable, but people tell you that it's not you, but it is you. It's just something that you don't show all the time. Okay, so let's get okay, I've got these 2 cards off to the side and I just can't remember what they're to do with. So sorry, that's my ADHD kicking in. It's the 3 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. I just don't remember pulling them out. I must have, though. What are they for? I'm so sorry. I'm going to put them back. If anyone knows what they were actually... The 3 of Cups and the 5 of Wands would just be like a fight between a group of friends. I think I've already pulled these out, but I just can't remember why they're out. Sorry. But the 3 of Cups is here again under the bottom of the deck. So yeah. So the Two of Wands in the outcome. All right, let's go. Two of Wands in the outcome card. Okay. We've got the Six of Cups and the Five of Cups. So this is sort of like, this is the energy of looking back at the past and like wallowing in like your energy of like not being there, even though you're here in the present. It's like you want to be back in the past. So it's like there's something from the past that is keeping you sort of feeling like low and feeling sad, and not able to move on. I do get a sense of these two cards together. There's a sense of not moving forward, which is interesting, as this might be why you're not taking the action to move forward yet in this outcome card, because you're still stuck on the past here and something's making you feel very sad about it. Not sure how clearly you can see those, but yeah, she's very sad, and this is just talking about the past, and maybe all the way, can even go all the way back to childhood. So it's not just something like some little event, it's obviously something that's keeping you in your feelings, and maybe it's not allowing you to move forward the way that you want to, or take the or go on the adventure that you wish that you could have. Once you sort of heal this, though, you'll move forward very quickly. Maybe that's why there is that sort of, not stagnancy, but like that waiting energy keeps coming up. It's like you've got both of the Seven of Pentacles come out, and that's waiting energy and waiting to see the results. And you've got another seven. Let's see. Yeah, you've got a few sevens. You've got 3 sevens have come up, so that's 777. And then you've got 2 Kings of Cups. You've got 3 aces that have come out, so this is the start of something new, and that also requires you to be in a period of reflection. So just making sure you're looking at what you need to do to move forward. But I see that you're maintaining this from like a place of like hope and optimism and compassion, especially for yourself and for others. Actually, I'll get my astrology cards first. So I know that whoever's watching this is going to have Scorpio placements. Okay. Okay, so we've got solar eclipse, 7th house, water, and waxing crescent moon. So with the solar eclipse, it's got creation, intention, and potential. As the 7th house talks about partnerships, balance, and our relationships. And then we've also got water, which talks about water signs, which is Scorpio reading. And then we've got the waxing crescent moon. So this talks about solar eclipse. I can't remember if there's actually one. I don't think there is. I think there's one next year. But this talks about creation and intention. So things that you are creating and things that you're working on are showing up quite clearly here. You have the 7th house, which also talks about your partnerships and your relationships as well. The 7th house is also where the descendant is in your birth chart. So it's things that you're coming from or moving on from. Then we've got water, so there's a lot of water energy here. So that's talking about your feelings, your emotions, the depth of what you're feeling, your intuition, and relationships again. And then we've got the waxing crescent moon. So this is talking about waxing is when it goes from from new to full. So it's the growth period between new and full. So that's when we're trying to conceptualize our ideas and bring them to life and fulfill them before we get to the end of the moon cycle. So let's pull some more cards, just the oracle ones to finish. And that is my washing machine. I'm very sorry, it's so loud. So I've got the Golem. A close friend acts on your behalf. Oh, okay, there we go. We've got the Sun. Your perseverance is rewarded. So we've got the Sun twice in the deck. Then we've got true love and fidelity. And we've got the Siren. A temptation may lead you astray. So I'll just show these to you. Golem, and then you've got the Sun twice. If this is love, this makes sense because the King of, remember that Knight of Cups was up on the, where is it? Bloody hell. The Knight of Cups came up reversed. Just have a sense that they're sort of together. But yeah, your perseverance is rewarded. So the intention and the focus and the creativity you've been pouring into this situation, whether it's to do with work, I'm unsure, but I get a sense of it being something very rewarding. And something that's tied to you emotionally as well. I believe I might just feel like getting a Moonology card. Sometimes this tells me what phase of the moon I need to be on the lookout for when this sort of comes to a head. Okay. There's a lot come out there. I don't usually have that many come out. So we've got the first quarter moon in Gemini. Speak your world into being. Then we've got full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. So the first quarter moon in Gemini happens, I believe, in Pisces season. I might be wrong. But also the full moon in Virgo also happens in Pisces season. So that's like February to March every year. Could also be talking about, that's sort of what, yeah, what I get for that Pisces season. So there may be something that has been like coming up from then. We've got the last quarter moon in Leo, so I believe this happens in last quarter moon Aquarius season, perhaps, I'm not sure. And then we've got full moon in Scorpio. So there's fixed signs and there's also mutable signs coming up. So breathe through the tension and lighten up. Speak your world into being and take inspired action. Okay, so there's that for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. Hi, all the Aquarians watching. I'm going to do your reading now. I'm just waiting for this to cleanse a little bit and then I'm going to shuffle the cards. So what I'm going to do is get some little, these are little Forest Fae cards, and they just have like little messages. I'm just going to get one for your reading. Okay, so we've got the gatekeeper. Let go. All things are possible on the borderlands. Little dude there with a little staff. He's going on a little adventure. All things are possible in the Borderlands. You may be a video game player if you've played Borderlands, or you might be like might. Oh, sorry. What am I trying to say? Might like. There we go. Might like walking around and taking like little adventures in the forest as well, and finding sort of like the space between like civilization and that like nature, like that sort of out in the wild. So Aquarius, we're going to see what's up for you today. So this is anywhere you have Aquarius in your chart, especially if it's your sun or your rising, or if you have strong planetary influence there as well. This would be a good reading to watch. Okay. So Aquarius, let's see what the situation is. Just going to do an amended Celtic cross. Okay, and what's crossing you? So we've got 2 cards come out in reverse. I don't usually take reversals, but they were quite clear when they came out that it was a reversal situation. Okay, well, cards are coming out quick and heavy. So we've got the 5 of Wands and the Queen of Wands in reverse for the situation. So there's some kind of like conflict here that's causing you to not feel very powerful and to feel like you're not feeling creative, you're not feeling inspired, feeling sort of really flat. I'm seeing it's to do with a work situation. Specifically, there might have been some kind of review or something or some kind of teamwork collaboration, or some kind of, maybe even it was a school project, like a university project where you worked together in a group and the assessment was done and it's just not making you feel good. Hey, so it's either a work or a university situation, especially with in the subconscious mind. You've got the 6 of Pentacles. So this is all about fair give and take and charity and donations and receiving what you give. So I get a sense that maybe you feel like you're being very fair and you're feeling like you're giving a lot to people. I feel like you are receiving the same amount back, because otherwise this would be in reverse like these ones. But there is some kind of, yeah, just get a sense of some kind of arguments, squabbling. Maybe it was a negative critique as well. So in the recent past, we have the Page of Cups. The outward projection is the 2 of Pentacles, not 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. So it's like that search for something is happening right now. I'm trying to find that inspiration again. I'm trying to find that want and that need, that yearning for exploration and finding new things. All right, so what's in the outcome card here? Outcome. There's a want for recognition. So recognition, camaraderie, and you want to have your inspiration back. So you want to feel like you're being recognized and being held in acknowledgement for what you do, especially at your job. You want to be able to celebrate and go out and celebrate yourself and do things for yourself with friends, and enjoy yourself. And you want to find that creativity. You want to find that passion. You want to look at that. You want to look at the wand again and feel inspired by it, rather than feeling like, what should I do? So yeah, there's a sense of, that sense of accomplishment and achievement. That's the outcome that I'm seeing at the moment. So let's see how we're getting there. Let's clarify our cards. So let's clarify So we've got the, so that was to clarify the Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So we've got both swords here. So it's something mentally is holding you back and making you feel restricted. So you're feeling like tired and like you can't move forward from this way of thinking, but it's because you can't see that you're receiving what you're receiving. You see what I mean? She's got a blind, I know it's hard to see, she's got a blindfold over her eyes, and in this one she's being like tied up. So it's like you're being what's the word, it's like you've been restricted into what you can it's like you're being restricted in some way, and it's like not letting you step into your power, or it's causing a lot of fighting because you're not sure why you feel this way, because you can't see the way out, and you're feeling like this is a big thing to do with the way you're feeling mentally. This is you may be feeling trapped and restricted and like you can't move forward, but it's mainly to do with the own constraints of your mind, and not actually you being stuck. Like you're not actually stuck. So yeah, I don't get a sense of like you being actually stuck. It's more to do with the way you're thinking about the situation, and you're thinking like, oh, look at all this fighting, it's causing me to just feel so crap. Like you got no energy or motivation to get back out there. But yeah, like with the Three of Pentacles here in the Judgment, I definitely see there being some kind of review or some kind of work or school assessment. Okay, let's clarify Judgment, please. The Three of Pentacles and Judgment. Because the Three of Pentacles is all about, it's mainly about group collaboration, especially in a work environment. And Judgment for me would mean that you've been passed over for some kind of assessment or review for some reason. So if you're working in a group project recently for the first time, I'm getting the sense that there was, you felt very restricted by it. So maybe it brought your motivation down for your work or your study. For the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, you're feeling like left out, alone, and feel like maybe you didn't have people helping you in the right way. Feeling very like left out in the cold. So maybe there was a sense of like that, you know how when you're in a group but like you don't have a good group, so nothing gets done and you've got to do a lot of work yourself. That's how I feel. So yeah, so that's what's blocking you. That's why you're feeling so flat, is because of this situation here with this review, this judgment that was passed, making you feel like all alone, and making you feel like you're left out in the cold and you got no one to help you. So yeah, it's definitely to do with a work or school situation. So let's go to the Six of Pentacles and let's see why that's in your subconscious mind. So we've got the Five of Wands again. So there is some kind of fighting here. You're feeling like it's not very fair. Like you feel like you've given a lot and that you should be receiving that back, but instead you're receiving like negativity. You might even be fighting back and forth with yourself about how you're acting, because you feel like it's not fair for you to be putting out all this energy and not receiving anything back, which is true. You should be balancing the energy of give and take, but sometimes that doesn't happen, and you see how he's giving, the card depicts him as giving, but he's got that scale in his hand, but you know, give, and it's not very fair, and it can lead to disruption because you feel like you're not being recognized for the things that you do. So Page of Cups in the recent past, there was some kind of offer. Maybe there's something a little bit, you know, on the naughty side of that, you know, dating and stuff. Or I just see just the way that the fish is coming out to look at the Okay, so again, has come back to a work situation. Eight of Pentacles, something you've been working very hard on. So in the recent past, it feels like maybe here though that like the expansion and the growth doesn't seem to be happening, or it seems to have stagnated and there isn't movement forward yet, even though there should be. So yeah, to do with a work situation in the recent past, see you working very hard on something, maybe just not feeling like it's getting to where it needs to be to take off. And again, I do sort of see that in the, because this is the two of Wands here, and I just clarified with the 3. And again, there's still really no action in that 3 of Pentacles. He's still searching and looking for and working on what he needs to get out. So let's clarify the 2 of Wands for your outward projection. So people are seeing that you want to expand and to grow, and maybe you're just in the process at the moment of finding out how that looks for you, what kind of growth that you need to do. Yeah, inner soul searching, the Hermit just came out. So there's a lot of soul searching and self-reflection happening as well, and making sure that you're finding your true self. And this is coming from a place of love as well, okay? So you've got to find, and you got to choose yourself in love so you can find authentically who you are. So that doing this process of finding yourself and loving yourself allows you to expand and to grow even more. So it's just coming back to self and self-love really here. There might be a choice, because we've got the 6 and we've got the 2. There might be a choice on how you're moving forward, but do it from a place of love. That's what it's saying, is that the choice needs to be made from a place of love. You really need to be thinking about yourself in this situation as well, especially with the Hermit. You need to be maybe taking some alone time or some downtime for yourself, just to make sure that you're reflecting and you're understanding what you need to do next. So let's see on the outcome. I'll clarify. So we've got the Page of Swords. We got the 3 of Cups again. We've got the 3 of Cups twice. So there is like some sense of like celebration. You want to get out there with your friends. There's going to be some camaraderie, some revelry, yeah, this is great. Okay, this is great. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Okay, so this is crazy. So when we originally laid down these 3 cards, we had the 6 of Wands, we had the 3 of Cups, and we had the Page of Wands. Already, that is super positive. What I've gotten here is the Page of Swords. So someone very smart, very cunning, very quick moving, very sharp-witted, and someone who probably likes to study as well. So that's what I'm getting with the Page of Swords here. So it's recognition for your work and for being like what's the word, a whippersnapper, you know, like getting things done and going after what you want. The 3 of Cups is clarified by the 3 of Cups. So like, I don't know, like there is some sort of you're going to be getting together and celebrating something. Definitely some kind of party is coming up in the near future, especially with the 6 of Wands. I wouldn't be surprised if this has to do with finally some recognition for all the hard work and for the things that you've been putting into this energy. But I do see there being, yeah, some celebrations and stuff happening with that. And then the last card I had come out to clarify, which was clarify the Page of Wands, which was the Emperor. So this is like creativity and this budding enthusiasm again. So there's this creation, this fertility energy where you're nurturing everything that you need. But it also, underneath the deck, we have the Emperor. So we have the Emperor and Empress match. So we have you stepping into complete divine power, to obtain your goals. And then we have the Six of Wands again. So there's massive recognition and acknowledgement for being who you are and for stepping into that power and ultimately going after and nurturing what you want and then going after it. So really good reading here. I'm going to get into some astrology cards and see. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have planetary return, so cycles, homecoming, progress. We have Ceres, which is self-care, wellness, and agriculture. We have mutable, supermoon, and the south node. Okay, so planetary return, I just take that as there is going to be some sort of it says homecoming here, so it's like, yeah, it's like coming and returning to a part of yourself that's very comfortable, and often it's a sense of it's a self-reflectory period, and a period of reflection to make sure that what you've been working on is sort of solidified. So it's not really to like look back and make sure that you're doing everything the right way. It's sort of to step into your power and do everything the way that you're born to, because it is a planetary return. So it's a planet or a luminary, which is the sun or moon, coming back to the same spot it was when you were born. Excuse me. Then we've got Ceres, which is self-care, wellness, and agriculture. So that is like a minor asteroid that comes up in a birth chart. I don't often look at it myself. Then we've got mutable, so that's that changing energy, flexibility, adaptability, change of the seasons as well. And then we've got the south node, past lives, natural gifts, karmic challenges. So yeah. And it's also got supermoon, luminosity, intimacy, and hyper-awareness. The supermoon, I believe we are going to be coming up to a supermoon in Australia because of the way that the moon looks at the time of year that we're coming up to. The full moon in Capricorn usually looks quite big, or at least last year it did. It was the closest to the Earth, the Capricorn full moon. It's hard to explain. It comes from an astrology perspective. It's something to do with the perigee. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's something to do with the moon. But basically, there might be that moon phase that's coming up. It might be a planetary return for some people, or there might be a planetary return. I should really have a list of what planets are where they're at the moment, but I don't. And then the south node. So this is like things that you're moving away from and energies that you're moving away from, or karmic lessons and challenges as well. I don't really see that being here. I just see it maybe a challenge, but like not a lesson. So yeah, I do get a sense of it being something to do with your work. It makes you feeling like quite restricted. You're feeling like out in the cold by it, feeling like you've been left out to some degree. There's a lot of arguments or something going back and forth, even back and forth with yourself or fighting with yourself about certain things. So there's a big call for you to return back to self-love and self-authenticity by finding yourself again and reminding yourself that you've worked very hard, and there might just be a period of waiting at the moment. And because you're feeling that restrictiveness come through. But I do see there being in the near future, or in the future in the outcome card, some good hope for you, and some acknowledgement and recognition for what you're what you're going through. I'm just going to pull a fortune card. Okay, it says the gate. A barrier keeps you from your goal, which doesn't surprise me because these two cards, the first two cards you had come out in the reading were reversed. So there is something blocking you, a barrier keeps you from your goal. I'm getting, it's mainly this restrictive feeling, that feeling of not being able to move is entirely dependent on your own headspace, okay? So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck, the golem. Hang on, I've got the king coming forward. So again, because you've got the emperor and the king, there might be some masculine energy that you're really depending on here to help get you through this situation. So I hope that resonated and you found something to help you by today. Thank you, Aquarius. Okay, hello all the Taurans watching. Anyone that's born during Taurus season, hello. I'm going to use the Enchanted Heart. This is, I guess, an oracle deck. Really beautiful cards. But they're in the shape of a heart, so they are a bit hard to shuffle. There we go. I've got two. So we've got this one. Oh, I love the little magpie there. This is intuition. It says, your heart knows how to read and follow signs from the universe. Your choices don't need to make sense to anyone else. Your life answers only to your heart. I trust my intuition. Okay. And then we've got bloom. Your heart attracts all the support you need from the universe. Love yourself and you will see your intentions bloom into life. My faith seeds and cultivates the beautiful garden of my life. Okay. So some really nice ones there. It says both of them talk about your heart. First of all, I don't think all of them are like that. No, they're not. So the fact that this is talking about the heart, there's maybe a theme from the heart space or the heart chakra here. Your life answers only to your heart. And this one says, love yourself and you will see your intentions bloom into life. So yeah, really like that. So I'm going to shuffle your cards. While I do that, I will talk about the reading. So I'm going to be doing a converted Celtic cross reading. So it's not going to have as many cards, but it's still going to tell us the situation, outcome, etc. But I do recommend that you're watching this as it's Taurus sun or rising. If you have any other planets in Taurus or you have strong planetary energy, you can still watch, but it's probably best if you have stronger energy. If you have, yeah, stronger energy for Taurus. So this is like, wow, very quick. Situation card, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so now we've got what's blocking you. What's blocking the Taurans? Okay, so we've got the Hierophant. What's subconsciously happening? Yeah, okay. It's the recent past. This is the subconscious. Not looking good for the subconscious, to be honest. The Seven of Swords. This is outward projection. The cards are flying out. I have not had cards fly out. And I've done the Scorpio and Aquarius already. Okay. Outcome. Okay. And we've got the moon. Yep. Alright, so situation. There is something very slow moving. I usually see this as something quite tangible, so like a house that's been coming up for a few people recently as a home, but it's a very dependable material item that comes towards you, or if it's someone that's coming towards you, it's very, very slow moving, or they're an earth sign such as yourself, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So what I see blocking you is the Hierophant. So this is something, I believe that this is like a lesson that is to be learned, or some kind of higher education. So yeah, so some kind of lesson. When I get the higher education, if you're not in a spot where you're actually studying, it's just talking about a lesson. excuse me. So yeah, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got so many pentacles come up, which is obviously like amazing for you. And it's also depicting how much earth energy, so I feel like a lot of groundedness from you at the moment as well. So yeah, what's crossing you is maybe this higher learning, or this lesson to be learnt regarding the Knight of Pentacles here. So subconsciously there is some kind of deception going on. You're playing deceptive games with yourself, or you're not seeing things clearly because you want to deceive yourself of the truth. You're being very sneaky, and this is all to do with, this is the subconscious. So this is subconsciously things that you're sort of not aware that you're doing, but that are affecting the situation. So yeah, I do see some sense of like, yeah, just not evil, but sneaky and like wanting to take and hide things, perhaps. Being very secretive and sneaky. So in the recent past, we do have the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands has come out in every single reading I've done for the fixed signs so far. I wonder if it will come out for Leo, because I haven't done Leo yet. So I do see that there being some sort of discord. I'm initially picking up that this was an energy of someone in the past, and that this is an energy of conflict. So there was some kind of conflict or something with this person, and that you've moved on from it as well. If not, it was also if you were in this energy yourself, it was sort of like you were fighting to sort of get out of it. Maybe you didn't need to be in this energy of the Queen of Pentacles anymore. If it is an earth sign that you were dealing with, again, it's like the king, it's like the knight here. It's a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So it could have been someone along one of those star signs that was more into feminine, was, oh my gosh, trying to say a lot. So someone with feminine earth energy could have been causing some discord or some conflict in the recent past, but you've moved on from that energy anyway. And then outward projection. Look at this. This is great. So you're stepping into like ultimate family luxury and attainment. So with the Ten of Pentacles here. So this is what you're projecting outwards, and this is what people are seeing about you, is that you're working very hard for all that you have, and that you may also have some pets around you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a dog. I'm just getting pets. So maybe you've increased your like family by in getting some more pets or something like that, and you've been working very hard on your family life and on your home life, okay? And people can see that you've been working very hard. I see also that like if you have been working, that all the work that you've been doing has been paying off, and that you've been reaping the results, and you've been able to show that you have everything because of your hard work. Okay, so then we come into the outcome. We've got the Ten of Cups. So this is like ultimate happy families and obtaining everything that you've wanted emotionally and in relationships. So I do see that as quite a positive thing. This is probably one of the more positive readings I've done, apart from having the Seven of Swords there. So let's get into the clarification. I'm going to put that back because I was not ready. These cards just want to fly out. Okay, so let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Where's the Knight of Pentacles here? What kind of... So it's like recognition. I'm not going to take those cards that just flipped out, but it's the Queen of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups. Okay. So yeah, we've got the Six of Wands with the King of Pentacles. So this is like some kind of recognition or acknowledgement of hard work, or yeah, just trying to be recognized and accepted for. See how he's got the pentacle here, and then here he's like, this is like a head of like some sort of creature or something that he's hunted. So again, it's something tangible, isn't it? So like he wants to be recognized for his strength and his power in obtaining this thing. So maybe being a bit too proud. Are you a bit too proud at the moment of something that's happening? Or maybe you just want to recognize what the situation is. You want to have recognition for the situation coming towards you. Because it is something that's sort of coming towards you. It's not something that, yeah, and it's something that's taking its time as well. Let's clarify the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant blocking, crossing Taurus? So we've got the Five of Pentacles. This card keeps coming out as well. So feeling, it's very interesting that this is coming up with the Hierophant, because like this typically depicts a church and like someone walking past the church and not receiving any help. And it could also, you know, this is a high priest. So we're talking about maybe feeling like left out, or not having someone in this position actually here for you. So maybe this person that you're learning from has left you out in the cold, or that you're feeling like you shouldn't have to, like if it's a lesson that you're learning, you shouldn't feel like you have to go through all this, like this coldness and this being alone and hurting and this sense of lack just to learn the lesson. So do you want to get one more for the Hierophant? Actually, just get one more for the situation. Six of Pentacles. Yes, this is a situation where you're learning something. Just because I say that, because there's some sort of give and take back here with a teacher or some kind of person that you're learning from, or that you're or some kind of lesson that you're learning. That you just don't feel like it's very, you've got the Five and Six of Pentacles right after one another, so you're sort of progressing in the situation, but you've got to make sure that that it's all equal, everything's equal. Okay, so why is the Seven of Swords here in the subconscious for the Taurus? No. Why is the Ten of Cups? So it's like you're deceiving yourself. Oh, that flew out upside down. Let me see what that is before I keep talking. Ah, this is awesome. Oh my gosh. So the tens across the board, bro. Okay, so we've got the seven of swords, and we're talking about here some kind of deception, something that and this is to do with your subconscious. So this is subconsciously you're deceiving yourself of something and you're being sneaky. But I see here you've got the 10. Oh my god, there's something finishing and ending here. There's like a huge final. You don't have 3 tens, and that's essentially 3 ones. So you're not only ending, but you're beginning. So you've got the 10 of Pentacles. This is all about obtaining that ultimate family happiness and life, and filling up the ultimate cup. Like, look how big this cup is, and it's completely full. It's got that beautiful lotus on top of it. You know, so it's like obtaining everything that the cups give you, which is like emotional and fulfillment and happiness and joy and good emotions, and you know, that family and those good relationships. You've got the 10 of Swords in reverse. So I see this as a good thing, because you like upright, it's quite painful and things like that. Might mean that the pain from the Swords hasn't finished hurting you yet, but I definitely see it still being an ending here. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which was on the bottom of the deck. But for me, you don't see 3 tens come up very regularly, and you've already got 2 tens on the board, so there's something finishing here massively, and it's to do with your, I have a big sense that it's to do with your family life, especially, just because I always see the Ten of Pentacles as something that's also obtained for family, or it's just sort of like the tangible, like what you can actually see, whereas of the obtaining all of this, whereas the Cups is sort of what you feel from getting it or obtaining it. So, wow, some kind of ending, huge ending here for you. So let's see in the past. There was some kind of breakup. I'm just seeing a couple. There's got to be a couple here with the King and Queen of Pentacles. There's got to have been some kind of couple here, and there's like the Fight card. So there was some sort of discord between these two people in the recent past. So that would be, you're talking about, I'm seeing this as either one of these is you. So if you're a woman, it would be the King and Queen. If you're the man, you'd be the King. You know, I'm non-binary, so like I could take either of these as me, but I usually assign the court cards to my biological sex, so it's just a little bit easier to understand if I'm appearing in the cards. So yeah, if you're because you're a Taurus, one of these is going to be depicting you, and one of these is going to be depicting someone else. It could be someone who just has sort of that grounded energy, who is very comfortable, maybe a little bit stubborn, you know, like Taurus qualities, hardworking, Capricorn qualities, you know, seeing the small details, Virgo qualities. So the fact that the King came out there, I just can't. Sometimes these cards are just ridiculous. And the Five of Wands is on the bottom again. There was some kind of fight here. Oh, that's all I'm getting. It's just some sort of disagreement and argument between these two people. You don't get the Five of Wands twice with a couple of the court cards. And honestly, the most positive court cards you can... I love the King. As someone who is an earth sign, I do love seeing the King and Queen of Pentacles together. Seeing them next to 2 Five of Wands, not as great. Okay, so then we've got the outward projection. So we've got the Page of Pentacles. This is definitely... Oh, and the Empress. Oh, this is beautiful. And the King of... Oh my God, heaps of cards wants to come out here. Yeah, so we've got, for the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, we've got the Page of Pentacles. So it's very, I do see this as being something, maybe a project you're working on, or something that you're helping nurture and create, especially with the Empress here. There's something being hugely fertile period happening right now with the Venus and Leo transit. I feel a lot more people are feeling very creative, and they're actually going out and they're actually stepping into the Empress energy, and they're nurturing and they're creating all these things because they're taking so much inspiration from it. There's that King of Wands, that motivation to go and create and find your passions and act from that place of love. So again, yeah, so that's amazing. The Page of Pentacles. Outwardly, you're projecting so well. Like, everyone can see that you're doing well and you're doing amazing. So let's have a look at the Ten of Pentacles here. Ten of Cups, I should say, sorry, for the outcome card. Can I have clarification on the outcome card? Clarification on the Ten of Cups, please, for the outcome. This is just ultimate attainment. Might be giving you a bit of anxiety, though. Yeah, so there's some kind of with the outcome, there's some kind of anxiety here. Maybe you're being kept up at night thinking about this outcome and how to get there. You're on your way to getting it. You've just got to continue. I think if you stay on the path that you're on, just you got to be mindful of like deceiving yourself and stepping into this sort of sword energy. If you can stay into the in the cup energy and the pentacle energy, that'd be way better for you. But I do see that there is like a sense of feeling like you need to rush this and feeling like it's not happening fast enough, and that the energy should slightly change. Because you've got the Knight of Pentacles as the situation, but in the outcome, to clarify, you've got the Knight of Wands. So there is definitely like a want or a need for, no, definitely just a want to speed things up, but I just don't see it happening, and it might be making you feel a little bit anxious, and keeping you up about thinking about how it's not coming in for you, but it is. Okay, it's really taking its time. The Knight of Pentacles does not move quick at all. Okay. And then we've got here the Ace of Swords. So there's some kind of clarity coming in for you to help you feel better about the situation. So this is the best. I like really the Ace of Swords is like the best one. Not the best. It's not the best ace to get. It's in my opinion, it's just one of the better swords, numbered sword suit cards to get. Just because you get a lot of clarity, a lot of clear, concise messages and ideas. This is all about sort of like revelation. Okay, finding revelation, and it's all to do with the Ten of Cups. It's all to do with this Ten of Cups. Okay, and getting what you want. So and like those two cards from the start, it's all about that heart space and leading from your heart and what makes you okay. Okay. All right. So we have lunar eclipse, culmination, release, illumination. Okay. Then we've got Palace, which is wisdom, skill, and self-defense. Then we've got Mars, which is competition, action, and willpower, which is it's coming up a lot, isn't it? The Mars, especially with those Five of Wands coming out. And then you've got a few fives, so there's a change happening. So it's not only a change happening, but it's going to lead to the completion of this next phase. And there's the completion of this phase and the start of the next one. So Mars, I believe, I don't know where. Let me see if I could just use my iPad. Okay, let's see. I just wanted to look up at Mars and where it's going to be going. Mars is currently in Leo. So I'm not sure how long that transit's lasting for. Let me have a look. It has a little calendar here. I just want to have a look at what is happening for Mars because it seems to be more important, especially with these Five of Wands coming up. Let's see, Mercury, Mars. Okay, so Mars, it's got direct motion during the whole month of June. It's going to create around the solstice. So in Australia, it's going to be a winter solstice. It happens around the 19th to 21st of June. There's going to be a conjunction with Lilith in Venus, in Leo. And then on the June 23rd, there'll be a trine between Mars and Chiron. And then on June 26th, there'll be a square between Mars and Uranus, which has actually come up here. So there might be a culmination of the energies happening on June 26th, especially for the Mars. I'm just going to have a look at the chart and see what I can see. Looking at this chart, let me see, where's Taurus? There's a lot happening in Taurus at the moment. So yeah, by the time, so Uranus is in Taurus, so that's maybe why it has come up. It came up in the last one too, but in one of the last readings as well. So yeah, there'll be a square between Mars and Uranus at 29 degrees. Sorry, not 29, 21 degrees. Yeah. So what that means is there'll be a little bit of tension coming up to that date, and there might be some harder challenges presenting themselves around that time. So the end of the month, I see that happening for you. Let me just get a fortune card, and we will pretty much be done for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. We have the Chimera. Imagination clouds your judgment. So we've got the Maiden. A new relationship blossoms. That's interesting. Very exciting. I haven't seen indication of something new apart from the Ace of Swords, but that doesn't necessarily indicate to me a but with the King of Wands there is some kind of romanticism. I want to get one more card. And then we've got the Serpent. A sly and subtle approach is needed. So that might have more to do with the Seven of Pentacles down here. See that stepping into that energy. So yeah, you've got Chimera. Imagination clouds your judgment. The Maiden. A new relationship blossoms. And the Serpent. A sly and subtle approach is needed. So I want to thank you for coming and joining me for your reading today. I hope you got some information out of it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, my beautiful Leos. I'm about to do your reading. I just want to spray some lavender water to cleanse the space. So this is a reading for wherever you have Leo, particularly Sun and Rising would be best. Anywhere you have strong Leo energy though, I do recommend watching still, because it's going to be a major part of who you are and your astrological chart. And I'm just going to shuffle the cards before we get started. I've already pulled these two cards for you. So this one says, I create a sense of beauty around me. And then this one is the Wyvern, and it says your secrets are safe. So we're going to get a situation card. What is the situation? Okay, situation. Walking away from something. Eight of Cups there. What is crossing you about the situation? What is crossing you about the situation? The Lovers. Okay. So I did pick up on more of a romantic energy here than in the previous in the previous readings I've just done, because this came up on the bottom of the deck, which is seduction, and it says passion and romance await. So King of Wands. Subconscious is the King of Wands. This King of Wands has become... Oh, that's you, Leo, isn't it? I didn't even think of that. The King of Wands has been showing up in even the other readings for people. In the recent past, we've got the Two of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So there was something that you weren't seeing in regards to a group situation, something you weren't able to see. I'm getting a certain energy with this, but I don't really want to say what it is. I'm getting a sense of betrayal here. And having to walk away from something. So the outward projection is this Seven of Pentacles. So it's like this waiting for your oats to be sown. And then the outcome card is the Three of Swords. So we've got the 2 and 3 of Swords. The 8 of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so the situation here talks about something that you're walking away from and leaving behind emotionally. It's not serving you anymore, so you've decided to take your cup and walk off. You can fill your own cup. You can find someone else to fill your own cup. It doesn't matter. What's crossing you is some kind of decision or some kind of love situation, something that is some sort of choice to do with love. Something that was chosen, or a decision, or some sort of choice that was made between two people. I do see in your subconscious mind, you've got the King of Wands, so this is you, so you're stepping into your own power and making sure that you're staying confident, ambitious, finding what motivates you. You might be a little bit on like the witchy side as well, and might partake in, you know, like what if, like, I'm just getting sort of like cleansers and stuff, and keeping your energy like really bright and uplifting. So in the recent past, we've got the 2 of Swords, which indicates she can't see anything in that card, so she's like blocked to seeing something, even though she can still communicate with her swords up there. I have a sense of it was to do with like a group, or some sort of group project, or some sort of group collaboration. So it could have been a work project, something that you were blindsided on, I'm getting, in terms of a group. And then outwardly, we've got the 7 of Pentacles. So like people are seeing you working and going and doing all this hard work. They might not necessarily see you reaping the rewards of the hard work yet, but I definitely see that you're laying down the groundwork for that hard work. And then in the outcome card, we've got the 3 of Swords. So this does talk about being hurt and heartbroken, and things hurting, and there being a very big sense of loss and heartache to do with the situation. So if you're walking away from something that's quite like emotionally deep for you, it's going to hurt, obviously, and that's why that's coming up here. I did get a sense of, I was going to just say before, I get a sense of some kind of breakup, or like leaving a relationship of some kind. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but with the Lovers here, it indicates it was some kind of something to do with love. So I'm going to get my other cards. Let's clarify the 8 of Cups here. Let's clarify the 8 of Cups. The Queen of Cups. So that could be, she's also very interesting in this. She's pouring her cup out. The Queen of Cups would usually be in control of her emotions, and she'd be very nurturing and compassionate. She'd be the type of person that would take you in your arms and comfort you. And to see her pouring her cup out, it's like I said, It's like you said, I said before, you grabbed your cup and you've just taken off with it to do with it, with what you want, you know? And in this one, the Queen of Cups, she's just pouring her cup out. So maybe there was someone here, like a more feminine energy that was a water sign, so Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, and they were the ones to pour out your cup here, and so you've decided to walk away from them. Okay, I'm going to get clarify the Lovers. Yeah, again, there's a Six of Swords, which talks about leaving, moving on mentally. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, so there was some kind of opportunity, sort of grounded opportunity coming in here. And I also see, it might be quite hard to see, this is what I'm picking up on, is this protective energy around the people in the card here. So there was some kind of protection, but I also see the protection, see how it goes all the way around the pentacle? There's some kind of protection attached to this energy here of what's crossing you. So it's for your own good, because you're being protected while it's happening. So it's meant to happen. You're meant to find safe passage forward through to this opportunity. So tell me why the King of Wands is in the why is the King of Wands in the subconscious? Yeah, hard work. The Eight of Pentacles has come out, so it's all about your hard work and working on yourself and stepping into your own power and perfecting. There's something that you're perfecting, some kind of project or something that you're working on that you want to make sure that you perfect first. So, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, something that you're motivated by to continue working on. So you're working on yourself and stepping into that power that you have. Okay, so I want to know why the Two of Swords and the Three of Pentacles are in the past. Why are the Two of Swords and the Three of Pentacles in the past? Okay, so we've got the Hanged Man. So there was something, a different perspective had to be gained. There had to be a waiting period of some kind. Okay. Some sort of, and the Lovers has come up on the bottom of the deck with this one. So there was some kind of, so we've got the Hanged Man here, and he comes in with the Knight of Swords. So it's like there was some kind of change in perspective that led to actually quite a bit of action, but it was like the action wasn't able to be properly guided because it wasn't being viewed at properly. There was some kind of blindsiding going on. And again, we've got the Two of Wands. So there was a choice or some kind of choice, or it was a situation involving two people specifically. I know it doesn't depict two people, but yeah, I'm just getting a sense of two. So, you know, there wasn't enough information or something. This person needed to research more before they took the action that they did, and it left other people blindsided from what I can gather. So that's leading to the current energy of feeling like you're still working at what you're getting, working at what you have, just because of the fact that you were blindsided by something, I'm feeling. So what is in the outward projection? The Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. So we've got the Five of Pentacles. This has come out for everybody. I swear to God, this card has come out for everybody. What is with the fixed signs feeling left out in the cold? and feeling all alone? Is it just that full moon, or is it all the full moon energy that hit us? And also now Leo, the planets Mars and Venus are both in Leo, so that's another fixed sign transit, and there's still quite a few signs left in Taurus. So yeah, so you feel like whatever you've been working on, you've been like left out in the cold, you've been left all alone to deal with it, and people might see that you're doing this by yourself as well. I do get a sense of some kind of really major disruption came in, though, to do with this. Some kind of cycle was completed when that happened, but it doesn't mean that it was very nice. So I'm going to get... So I've got the Empress to clarify the Three of Swords so far. Oh, okay. One more. So we've got the Three of Swords, the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm trying to get one more card because I feel there was at least one more that wanted to come out. There we go. So I'm feeling... Ah, yes. Okay. So this is the Leo, this is where the Leo currently is, the energy of the Leo. They're in this Empress energy, this Queen of Pentacles, this very nurturing energy, very grounded, feeling very in tune with the Leo in Venus transit. That's coming up very strong for me and across all of these. The last reading I had was more focused on the Mars transit, but this one, these are definitely focused on the Venus one. So yeah, I know that like the Queen of Pentacles wouldn't usually come out, but she really reminds me of the Empress because she's sort of like sitting in this like abundance, and she's sitting in like, she's got this garden, she's got all this creation and creativity. So yeah, I definitely see that this is to do with the because it's a Venus retrograde, there might be people that break up, and that could be what I'm picking up here is like, so that feminine energy. Like you might also have an earth sign in your chart. You might be an earth sign, have earth energy, or you could be dealing with an earth sign. So that's your Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus energy. I do get a sense though that you've got two knights coming towards you. You've got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So there is movement and stuff coming towards you. Maybe there is choices to make in love here with two different people, and how you're going forward. And it might actually hurt having to choose between these two energies, and it might make you feel heartbroken. Or I'm getting a sense of maybe the the Knight of Cups causes maybe a little bit more issues, because sometimes there can be that sort of player or that playboy that comes in, that sort of energy coming in towards you. Yeah, so let me get some astrological okay. All right, let's see. So we've got South Node, we've got Water, and we've got Opposition. So the South Node is currently in a water sign. It's in Scorpio. So it could mean that like your South Node is in Scorpio. You could be, or one of your nodes is in a water sign. It could be talking about that. If it's actually got opposition here at the moment, so I might be talking about the nodes, because the North Node is currently in Taurus and the South Node is currently in Scorpio. So this is talking about some kind of like lesson, lesson and challenge that you're going through. And then it's got Jupiter. Yeah, so Jupiter again is in Taurus, okay? So, and then it's got medium colli, which is talking about your midheaven, which is a certain point on the astrological chart. So I do get a sense of, yeah, there being some kind of, with the opposition here, there's going to be some kind of challenge, or something may arise to do with the South Node or Jupiter, just because it is sort of going to be in opposition to anything in Scorpio. So if you do have Scorpio if you do have Scorpio placements or some kind of water placements, maybe your Jupiter's in a water sign, or your South Node could be in a water sign. So yeah, getting opposition though, meaning that there might be some, you might be feel like drawn towards something, or it might be a lot of resistance when you try to come towards something because of that opposition energy. If there is any opposition to the current Venus and Mars transits, it will be happening in the sign of Aquarius. So if you've got any planets in Aquarius as well. But there is a bit of fixed signs stuff happening, especially with the current transits. Might be some tension brought up later in the month, but really apart from that, I don't see anything major. I do see, yeah, just for you, I do get this sense of escapism, so there'll be some sort of opportunity to leave, or some sort of way for you to escape what is happening, or to leave what is happening at the moment. But I do see more love coming towards you, but it sort of ends up in more hurt. So just really like, yeah, work on yourself and lifting yourself up a lot. Just try and focus on that. That's all I can really keep saying. And yeah, get back out into it. So yeah, there's a big sense of feeling alone here. So especially because, like, working by yourself, if you're working by yourself, that's sort of where I am pulling that from. But yeah, just keep working on yourself and boosting yourself up. You know, that's the best thing that you can do at the moment. I don't really want to go too much further into the future, just because I do want to say that you have free will, so you can always change the outcome. So with the Three of Swords being an outcome, it's not always the most positive thing to see, but it also means that you're sort of, if you're able to sort of heal the Three of Swords, you'll move forward very quickly and move into sort of this love and nurturing energy again. So just be mindful of the Venus retrograde. I know it didn't come up in the planetary cards, but because you're a Leo and the Venus and Mars retrogrades are either going to be transiting your sun or your first house, you just want to make sure that you're able to heal and keep in your power, so you can heal hurt in the heart space more easily. All right, thank you so much for being here. Bye. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who watched today. Thank you so much for joining my channel, and I hope you got some great messages, whatever your sign was. So I will see you next time in the next video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you feel called to do so. Thank you. Bye.